Because I'm like, and I much want to know how this went. I didn't picture you as like a single. I thought you at least had like a girl. You seem like you would. Just like you, because again, you're always dressed really well. You have that, like I said, you have an awesome smile. So I was just like, he's got to have a girl or a wife or something. That's
Take it away.
Yeah.
Wait, take it away. Or we're not on, right?
We're on Facebook. Right now.
We're live now.
Facebook.
Wait, how do we get that Facebook Live?
I got to share.
We got it.
Is this in here?
I got to share with you. Jerry, you're still there, correct, Jerry?
I'm here.
I can't even.
Is it on your wall?
It's on Facebook.
Whose wall is it on? I see it. Okay. Got it.
Ladies and gentlemen, Jerry Petitoo.
I'm not an addict, I'm just an ass. And in time, this too shall pass. I'm not an addict, I'm just an ass. Jerry Petitoo taught the class. I'm not an addict, I'm just an ass. Loves the answer, the greener grass. I'm not an addict, I'm just an ass. One day at a time, free at last.
When you don't know just what to do.
Just what to do, just what to do.
If what you're feeling is really true.
Is it really true? Is it really true?
Just keep your ideas safe and sound.
Safe and sound, safe and sound.
That's exactly how change is found.
Change is found, change is found. I'm not an addict, I'm just an ass. And in time, this too shall pass. I'm not an addict, I'm just an ass. Jerry Petitoo taught the class. I'm not an addict, I'm just an ass. Loves the answer, the greener grass. I'm not an addict, I'm just an ass. One day at a time, free at last.
Hello, everybody. This is Doc G. I am here. I am here on the Jerry Petitoo Show, and I want to let you know that I have, well, 3 guests. DJ Danny for her show. She's here to help me, and we're going to interview Mike.
Yes, Magic Mike.
Magic Mike, and also your name, sir?
Jack Morwin.
Jack Morwin, another musician. And we have Jerry Petitoo on the phone. Jerry, go ahead and read your poem and introduce yourself.
Hey guys, Jerry here. Thank you, Danny and Doc G, for hosting the show for me. I'm under the weather. Hey guys,
Hey,
my two
Jerry.
magicians. How
Hello.
you doing, baby?
Just ate the microphone.
You have hosted radio before, though. You should. Microphone's not for eating. Are you all right?
Go ahead,
Oh,
Jerry.
you're tangled. Hold on.
Can you guys hear me okay?
I cannot.
I can hear you.
I cannot.
Oh, and my left just went out.
Go
What
ahead,
did
talk
you
again.
So,
I can.
hey guys,
Hello.
can you guys hear
Jer,
me?
we hope you feel better, hon.
You can hear me now, Dan?
We can hear you.
I can hear you, but can you?
I can hear her in my right ear.
Okay.
I can't hear anything out of my left now. Yeah. Can you hear me
Okay,
now?
what about Mike? Can he hear me?
Mike,
Mike, can you hear?
Yeah, I hear right, left, center, back, up, down, you name it. Every direction. I got it.
Okay, good.
I can
Because
only hear out of this
I
ear.
want to read the poem that I wrote for you guys, okay?
Sure. It's very sweet.
All right. So I'm going to read the poem that I had written for Jack a while ago, and then I'm going to read the poem I wrote for both of you, okay?
Okay.
So, Jack, if you remember this one. Who doesn't like magic, card tricks, and much more? How the F did he do that? Is he behind that closed door? Abracadabra, please hold this dime. I bet you can't find it. Let's try one more time. Or maybe the cup game. You want to try? No matter the trick, he might make you cry. The game doesn't matter. His tricks are so good. Cliff the magician is freaky. Test of time he has stood. Sometimes he can't fool me. I'm making that up. I wish I knew how he screws with that cup. He's sneaky, I tell you. His soul he did sell to the magic kingdom for him to now dwell. Up his sleeve he has tricks. Keep an eye on his hands. As he's talking real fast, he ties rubber bands. I tell you the truth, this guy might be real. I don't think it's trickery. It's real magic, I feel. That was the one I had written for you a while ago, Jack.
I absolutely remember that. And I
Now
still
I'm
have
going
a
to read the
copy
one
of
I
it.
wrote for both of
Mentioned
you
your
for
real name
tonight,
in it,
okay?
too.
Go ahead,
All
Jerry.
right,
Go ahead.
magical night. Let's talk magic. Do you think it's real? Does it blow your mind? Can it seal the deal? Do they fake it or do they know how to cause a stir for your mind to blow? Is it trickery or a magic trick when given a deck and your card they pick? Or write down a number, then fold it for me. Let me think. Your number is 3. How do they do it? I just got to know. Is it for real? Why can't you show? My two guests sitting here are two of the best. Introducing Mike and Jack, you will be impressed. Their magic is real, I kid you not. I can't figure it out. They gave me a shot. I brought them on for you to see how good they are. It's not just me. I do love magic. I can't get enough. I hate being fooled. Not knowing is tough. So let's start the show. What tricks have you got? I think you both should give me a shot. That's for you guys.
Thank you very much, Jerry.
Thank you,
It was
Jerry.
very, very sweet.
Oh, those were amazing.
You're welcome. I'll have copies for you guys on Monday, but I'm going to watch the show now and I'm going to hang up, okay, guys?
Okay.
All right.
All right. Thanks, Danny and Doc G.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you, Jerry. You're welcome. We
You're
hope you feel
welcome.
better.
All right, honey. Bye. Thank you.
All right, guys. So, well, I guess we'll start with. Well, who do you want to start with?
Well, every time we ever have anyone on the show, we always start with Jack. And we love Jack. But Mike is new to Hamilton Radio.
And that's the thing is like
Welcome, Mike.
me and Mike have gotten the privilege of working with each other. We met at
so cool.
Friendly's events that we've helped out for Hamilton Township and Jerry, and we love watching each other perform. There's a stigma with people thinking like magicians, we're all in competition. It's a friendly competition for the vast majority of us. I would say I think I'm accurate. Mike can absolutely correct me if I'm wrong. That most of us just we're not. Yeah, we all learn a lot of the same effects. Some of us go in one direction, some of us go in another. But it's watching how somebody performs it and their difference in performance from your own. We're just as much fans as we are performers of it. So watching the way that we each perform and present, I love watching Mike. Him fooling my own kids was one of the most satisfying things that I had.
Because they watch you do tricks all the time,
My
right?
10-year-old is sitting there and he's like watching Mike with the coins and he's like, yeah, I got this. And then Mike did an effect, and I don't want to spoil it in case he does it here, but he did something, and my son was just like, but when no, and he like it blew his tiny little mind at 10.
Oh, that's so cute.
Which is going to increase because I've got to put up with him and teach him. But he was just like, but like, what? And I was like, yes.
It's like, this is what I tried to do.
This is what I
for
want.
years.
And the fact that somebody else can do something in a different way that he's not expecting.
Maneuver it.
It was satisfying. It was beautiful. It was a beautiful moment.
Well, we're honestly excited to have you here. I know we met you numerous times at Friendly's with your amazing magic. So now you're on Hamilton Radio. You're on the Jerry Petito Show.
Oh, thank you for having me. I'm excited to be here.
We're excited for a lot of magic, so I hope y'all definitely are prepared for that too.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
Yes.
And so what would you like to tell people a little bit about yourself so people know who you are and then you can start doing some tricks?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
I mean, we have an hour, so.
Oh, perfect. This will only take 50 minutes. All right, so I'm pretty much gonna start with how I originally got into magic.
Okay,
Right.
well, you want to talk in the mic versus us. Or
And
bring it
look-
closer.
He is Mike talking.
I know,
Look at
but
us.
he's looking at us and he's
Give me a
like,
mirror. I'll look at myself.
That's your audience out there, but you have to look at us too.
Okay,
So,
gotcha.
Okay.
No problem. So this is how I originally got into magic. It was a Christmas. It was a Christmas quick magic kit my mom bought me, and I'll go around trying to learn all the little tricks. Now I wasn't really a great reader, so I just kind of wing how I'm going to do these tricks. And after a while, my mom will keep seeing the same trick over and over again, and eventually get bored with it. So at the same time, she also wanted me to get into doing some extra activities. So she's like, hey, do you want to do any sports? Nah, I don't want to do sports. You want to play an instrument? Nah, I don't want to play an instrument. You want to dance? You want to go do theater? You want to go do something crazy? And I'm like, no, I don't want to do anything like that. So ultimately, we get in this little argument. I'm only like, 11 years old at this point. And my mom says, okay, listen, you got to pick something. And I'm like, all right, well, what else is out there that's interesting? So about a day later, she finds out from her friend that there's a magician teaching magic at this local dance studio. So I'm like thinking, all right, you know what? Sign me up. I learn a couple of tricks. It'll just satisfy her, and she'll go ahead and get off my case, right? And I'll go back to playing video games in a couple months. No, that didn't happen. So
it blew your mind.
no, different stuff. So we go to this dance studio, and I walk in, and there's already two girls sitting there, and then there's this one just big guy, and he's just got a big belly and everything like that. I walk in, and he goes, hi, hello, come on in. There's plenty of room for both of us. And he pats his belly, and I'm like, oh, I'm in for it. So I get in there, and the guy starts teaching magic tricks that aren't like in normal magic kits. It was a little bit more advanced, and it was a lot more handling and stuff. I'm like, this is actually really cool. So it was 8 weeks. About halfway through, I asked the guy about bigger, better tricks. So he says, all right, do this. Tell your mom that you're going to stay a half hour after the next magic class. I'm like, okay. So I tell my mom, she's waiting in the car. He comes in, and he's got this big blue tub. Opens it up, and he pulls out all these magic tricks. Now, they're bigger tricks. Mm-hmm. All right, not like the small like card tricks that we're going to be doing tonight. And he pulls all these pieces out, and he shows me, and he goes, all right, this is how it works. Then he'll perform it, and he says, all right, you give it a shot. So I would turn around, I would replicate it perfectly. Mm-hmm. So after that's all done, and we finish off the last 3-4 classes, do like this mini recital with a couple tricks, he comes up to my mom and says, listen, I think your kid's got talent, and I want to train him. So my mom's thinking, okay, I'm trying to get upsold at this point, trying to make more money off lessons. My mom says, all right, how much more money? And he goes, no, I'm serious about training your son. I'm not going to charge you for this. Oh. So my mom says, okay, all right, I'll arrange for you to come over, and you can teach my son and see if he actually catches on with this, if this is what you're thinking. So he goes, yeah, no problem. So she schedules for him for 4 Saturdays, from 10 in the morning to 10 at night, through breakfast, lunch, and dinner. He comes over and he teaches me 30 years of magic in 48 hours. Oh, wow. Literally 4 days, 4 days, 30 years of magic.
Sounds like a TV commercial.
I know,
Yeah, right?
30 years of magic in 4 days, 48 hours, and you too will have 30 years of experience in this art form.
Exactly.
That's fantastic.
So he teaches me all this. He teaches me how to put together a magic show, how to work with kids, adults, seniors, parents, drunks. I mean, you name it. If I have electrical equipment like a microphone or music, any of that malfunctions, how to keep going on. If I have a sore throat, how to go ahead and do an entire magic show without uttering a single word, which I had to do twice in my life.
Oh, wow. So that really came in handy.
So that
huh?
mime related really helped.
Yes. Yep. So all that miming really helped. As well, he also taught me how to do balloon animals, how to advertise myself, how to put together my show. Of course, and especially if a magic trick backfires, how to go ahead and have a backup plan. So, and the other really neat part is what he taught me is he goes, don't focus so much on the skill and the sleight of hand, because It's more about the presentation. Of course, you need the skill and that sleight of hand and all that extra capabilities behind the tricks in order to execute and have a great time with the audience. But that's where he really got me focused more on the presentation, getting out there, really entertaining the audience. So where I really got my big start was roughly at this point. It comes around to the summer, and he says, okay, I think you're doing pretty good. Let's set you up for a gig. So it's a backyard party for his niece's birthday party. I go, and I do this magic show. And there's maybe about 10 kids and just local family, and I clear through the show, no problem. So Mom's thinking, okay, this is pretty good. All right, let's get you lined up for another one. All right, now at this point, it's a free show, right? So then Dennis says, okay, now we're gonna try you out in an actual public setting. All right, now this is also
Wait, Dennis? Is that the one that trained you?
Dennis James Coco.
The name sounds very...
Dennis James, you know Dennis. He's the one that does the balloon animals.
Yeah, the balloon animals.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. So he's the guy who trained me.
He's an awesome guy. We're good friends with him. Go
Yeah.
ahead.
Oh, good. Okay.
He's such a good giving guy, too.
Oh, he absolutely is.
As you can see.
As he said, Dennis, I had to make sure, but go on.
Okay, go ahead, Mike.
So, long story short, he sets me up with an actual birthday party gig at this marina. Now, I walk in, I still got my show, and I'm thinking, okay, I think I can handle this. Now he went from 10 kids to 75 kids. All right, you got a mass audience. Like this person went all out. It's a yacht club, so they got the money to spend.
Yeah.
So let's invite everybody.
Yeah.
So I'm there, and the Dennis has his show set up as well, just in case for any reason I checking out or I can't complete the show.
Yeah.
No, I complete that show all the way through. And after that point, my mom says, "Okay, Dennis, you trained him really good. He can handle this. Now let's take him farther." She goes, "Great. Let's start up getting him advertisements. Start posting up all over the place." She started lining me up for gigs, and I've just been running with that ever since for the last 15 years.
So
Wow.
Dennis
Nice.
was your inspiration and everything. He helped you with that. It's awesome.
Yes.
See, he's
Yep.
just like that.
Yeah.
He's a such
And
a
technically,
giving
he
guy.
would be the guy that says, "I'd give it to you for free, no charge." So I had to kind of like emphasize on that. I was gonna say, "Would it be?" But you.
And it's funny because I was actually going to ask you, was it somebody that we might know? And it
Which
was
it is.
Dennis.
Yeah.
So cool. So he taught you everything, and did he leave anything out? Did you find out more things once you start doing it? So you can find out yourself some things, right?
Well,
Or
yeah.
you find new tricks and stuff like that.
Oh, of course. I mean, yeah, how I continue to grow and develop in all the magic performances that I do and any tricks that I learn is, of course, through the Magic Club, which we do have our ring. It's called SAM, Society of American Magicians. We're Ring 181. We're located in Hightstown, New Jersey. Only just 15 minutes down the road from
Yeah.
here.
I know, right? Silence.
Yep. And we're right inside the United Methodist Church. You don't have to be a member of the church, but that's where we have
My
the
job
meetings.
just did inspections there the other day.
Nice. And also, I also go to local magic conventions as well. One of them is Bob Little Super Sunday. So it's a whole big day event. Magicians come in. They get to interact with each other. We have lectures. We got guys who are also dealers. So they're selling all sorts of magic, the newest stuff on the market, and magic offers.
Magic vendors, dealers. They deal in magic. Like before you get
How
confused.
did you even know?
I was like,
How did you know?
As soon as he said dealer, I was like, I'm going to clarify this.
Yes,
I was
thank
gonna
you.
say blackjack.
You can go in, you
involved?
can get dealers.
Is there blackjack
stuff for
involved?
the- no.
Can you win like $1,000?
No.
No, but you have to spend $1,000 to make $1,000.
That's not fair.
That's-
That's mean.
Well, that's the way
But
it
with
goes.
your magic, with what you normally do you try to do anything like Houdini, like this guy over here?
No, so
Have you ever tried Houdini?
Well, you do the stuff like with your finger and like the restraining
Oh, like
and stuff like that.
I've done some escape stuff, yeah. But
That's what I kind of mean. Like, do
Yeah,
you?
escapology? No, I'm not really big on that. I have a couple of those tricks. It's fun to learn. I do more of the comical routines
Oh,
with it.
yeah.
It might scare you. or-
Yeah. Well, I never really found the reason to tie myself up.
Well, this guy loves it. No, I'm just
He actually belongs in a straitjacket.
what is
So-
Jerry's typical audience before you make comments that I have to find a way to redact to be like, let me explain what she's talking about?
No, but I meant like you do the restraint and everything, and sometimes in your trip.
Well, the original. I don't want to interrupt Mike. Before he was like going with the story. Like, have you caught us up to date? I don't want to be like, and now it's my turn.
No, we're pretty much good.
Okay. My start in magic to get up to the point that I got now was my dad did tricks. Everyone's family has that guy that does a trick or two. My dad knew a bunch of them, and I got really interested. My parents got me the magic kit, and it was kind of off and on. But when I was around 8, as I got more into it, my dad taught me a couple of the card tricks, like things like jumping jacks, or like where a car would vanish and it would appear somewhere else. And so he taught me a couple of the ones that I still perform in close-up situations. And I had gotten into theater. I did musical theater and performing. I didn't get into comedy until much later because when I was little, I wasn't funny at all. I'm not, but some people laugh when I do things, so I'll just let it go. Because even a broken clock is right twice a day. Mm-hmm. So, but what happened was I had gotten into performing, and then a buddy of mine who I had ended up meeting, he said, "Oh, do you do a little magic? Do you want to get paid for it?" And I went, "You can get paid to do the stuff that I'm basically just having fun with." So he got me involved. I ended up going into Six Flags for the Fright Fest performances, like just being one of the monsters. And while we were waiting in the makeup line, I started doing tricks just to entertain a couple of the people while we were waiting, because it's a long line. And originally, now they break it up. But when I first started, it was in 2007, everyone would show up at the exact same time, and you would just wait in line until the makeup artist would go. And then you would sit in makeup and wait until 6 o'clock when they would do the parade. So while we're waiting in line, I'm doing a bunch of tricks, and some of the higher-ups in entertainment found out, and then the following year, they wanted to know if I wanted to do a show during the day. So I said, yeah, sure. So I did a show, and I'm now performing for hundreds of people at Six Flags
I was going to say
every
Six Flags.
day.
Yes.
And you either become really good or you fail really quickly. The thing is, like, we perform like in front of mirrors and things, but if you perform in front of, instead of practicing in front of a mirror, if you perform in front of people, you learn you have to be on, because you can't predict what they're going to say. You can't predict exactly what they're going to do.
But you can predict them trying to take gum or something out, depending on for your trick or something.
Yeah, well, like you can kind of foresee certain things when you start to read people, and that's where I learned to really read the audience. And then I got to do larger shows. I did attempt 1 year. They wanted me to do a Fright Fest show, and I didn't want to speak. I wanted to just play kind of like a goofy type of character, but I wanted a speaking role. So I paired up with somebody, and it worked out really well. And the very last day of shows, she wasn't there. Oh. So people who had come and been used, and I'm going, there were verbal cues she gave. I can't do so, and I had to break and actually go back to speaking. The following year, I paired up with somebody else, and the two of us had almost like an Abbott and Costello-like relationship. Oh, cool. It was awesome.
It's crazy you don't do it anymore, because now I really do have a season pass for 3 years.
It was. I
just bought one too.
It was fun. It was a fun experience.
That's what I actually care about.
There's I won't go into particulars. It didn't happen to work out. But
No,
while I was there, it was phenomenal. I love the people I worked with. I love the technical guy that his name was Ryan, who ran the tech for the show, and he was just as much a part of the show as the performers. I told the head of the tech guys was there while I was going over, and I turned to the guy running the music. I go, "You can't screw the show up." And the other guy was like, "Don't tell him that, because there's ways." I said, "No, you don't understand. There's nothing he can do that will ruin or take away from this show. I guarantee this." Because we knew how to go. If the tech failed, we knew, and again, it was a lot of comedy. We could work around it. And like Mike was saying, it's about performance. Right. Reading your audience, interacting with them. We knew how to override if the tech failed. The tech used to add sound effects. I said, add stuff. I said, throw stuff in there. We're going to play with it. It'll become part of the show.
Yeah, to make it.
Yeah, we had one, because we had a gag where there was an explosion sound, and we had a stick of dynamite that we threw backstage and slammed the door, and then there was an explosion step. And the following year, we managed to get fog machines. And he used to, whatever we threw backstage blew up. It didn't matter what it was. There was a rubber duck thing that my partner had where it was just an ongoing gag. He had rubber ducks of they have them in the claw machine. So he would collect them, and people would give him them. Like, they would come up and give him a gift, and it would be another rubber duck. They're still in my car because I grabbed everything, and I have to give it to him. There's over 80 rubber ducks.
In your car?
Just in a bag. There's just of every day. So he would have them in a car. So he would pull them out, and I grabbed one and I threw it backstage and slammed the door, and then it would blow up. But he had the little propeller hat, and I would grab the hat off his head and get his attention. One of the days I went to go grab the hat and I ripped the propeller off accidentally. Oh. And I stared at it, and then I opened the door and I quick threw it and I slammed the door. So the tech saw me do it, cued the explosion, hit the fog machines, and the other guy goes, "What was that?" I go, "Don't worry about it." And later in the show, he went to go grab something and then realized, like a trick or two later, the propeller's gone. And he was like, "When?" So it went over huge as accidental.
But it worked.
So what happened is he added Velcro to the propeller and to the hat, so it was intentional. So then we would, when it was appropriate, we would just throw the gag in.
And use it to your attention. That's nice.
But like Mike said, it was all about presentation. We worked out where it's not about what you do. There's a saying in magic, and I had this. Me and Mike have had really good conversations. Actually, looking into joining the magic club, he sucked me in. They're a really good group of people, and being around Mike for the events was awesome and reassuring. And when you're around like-minded people and people in the same group, you tend to, it builds you up. And so I had a conversation with Mike, and I said, we hear the thing like in magic, it's do the tricks your audience wants to see. And I said, that is the dumbest thing I've heard. Because when you're learning magic, you don't know what other people want to see. And when people are the average person, the non-magicians, because lay people is kind of that's a term that we use, but the non-magicians, when you say I'm going to do magic, they have it in their head what that means. You don't know what they want to see or don't want to see. So trying to figure out what someone else wants, do the magic you enjoy doing, and then find a way to make it fun for other people to watch. Because when you're putting a show together, you can't go, well, what does it... You're going to perform for hundreds of people or 75 people or 2 or 5 people. I don't know what each one of those people likes. I'm not going to know until partway through the show, and by the end of the show, I'm still not going to know what each one of them likes. But I'm going to hope that my performance will carry me through and at least be entertaining overall to all of them. That's what the goal is. It's about presentation. That these are props. These are fun props. They're fun things to play with. And now it's a matter of making it fun for other people to enjoy. And that's why I tell people it's a magic trick. It's not because you're getting tricked. That's another negative stigma I try and steer away from. There's a trick for us to accomplish what we're doing. That's it. That's why it's a magic trick. I'm not trying to fool anybody or make them feel foolish. I try and steer away from those negative things. And the origin of the name, originally before it was Jack Morrowind, I have a title. It's the Jack of all spades. My wife helped me come up with both because I'm not that smart. So
smart.
She is. Helped me with the whole look and the name. And originally, because I did so many different variations of magic, I liked having like a montage. I'll do the close-up stuff. I've done the straitjacket escape and the locking up of stuff and some larger illusions.
Your
mostly,
thumbs.
yeah, the parlor stuff, which is just size of audience. So it was like a jack of all trades of magic, and I do master the stuff that I do as to the best of my ability. But I did like a wide variety of magic. And then it turned into, we wanted to more focus on, where do I want to be performance-wise? And I liked the vaudeville look, and I liked that old where live theater was more important than, before this stuff took over.
Technology.
So the top hat, the tailcoat, and then that old vaudeville look and feel. So I do some older magic.
Right?
Yeah, vaudeville, Renaissance, like older, the nobles and the refined era and, the Charles Dickens type of look.
Clearly the feather on your hat.
The feather on the hat. And I'll do like older magic has been around, the Chinese linking rings. Like I'll do effects that are that, and I'll use a more modern, some modern moves or some modern feel to it, or update the music a little bit. I do a lot of, I like electro swing. So it's the older sound, but with a modern twist. I like to do that and enjoy making people laugh. So that's basically it. So we're all caught up.
They're both caught up. You want to see some
I
magic?
have a question real quick before we start. Do both of you guys change your act as pertaining to the audience? In other words, if it's children, I know, because I know
Keep
some
it
guys
adult.
that they do whatever they do and that's it. But do you change your act according to whatever you have as an audience?
So to answer that, sort of.
This is with the same
yeah,
exact
no,
answer.
That's good. That's what I want to know. Yeah.
So this is what I do change. So if I am doing a show for kids, roughly that same style of show I can do for seniors. All right, because a senior is not too
Right.
far. I mean, what does a senior and a child have in common?
I don't know.
Diapers.
Yeah.
I was gonna say they're both still breathing. But I was thinking much darker. But
okay.
Did you-
So,
Careful.
yeah, I heard exactly what you said. And I love that.
you're not there yet.
Not there yet. Not there yet.
What? I mean, you were just about like somewhere just over 30.
I wish.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Trying to save myself here.
No, you're good.
It's okay.
But yeah, but
He
now if
doesn't
I
use
took that same exact show
Right.
that I normally do, and if I'm doing it for adults, now there's some tricks in there that really work very well with kids, but not so much with adults or parents.
Right.
I'll rip those tricks out. I'll switch them in for like card tricks or
Right.
something else, or I have a slightly altered routine to how I'm actually going to do a trick or a different pattern.
Yeah, okay.
So I change, but that's maybe about 15% of my show would change according to the adult group.
And
It's a very similar thing. Like certain jokes you obviously wouldn't use for the same audience.
His
But
comedy isn't appropriate.
yeah. Like when I'm doing stuff for it depends on the show. Like when
Not
I've been
for
on
kids.
Well, no, absolutely for kids. I've done kids and
magicians.
most of my audience are like family oriented stuff. So like school fundraisers
Right.
or I've done birthday parties and the like. And obviously I keep that very wholesome. If I'm doing a show that has an older group, I'll change the jokes, but the routines don't have to fully change.
Yeah.
But I will. There are certain effects that I know will work better. Little kids, obviously, like, a 7-year-old is, unless they're learning magic, they don't care about cards. Stuff that's more visual and things where they can really see. But I found, and this was from the gig I did last night, they're all adults. It's a Christmas party. It's a corporate Christmas party. And they've seen me do magic there. I've done it for the past, I think, at least 3 years. And they weren't sick of it, for one. And I do change the tricks that I do. I do about 3 or 4 tricks. It's like a 15, 20-minute presentation for them. And, yes, I did a sponge ball bit. I did a floating table bit. I did a couple of stuff, same bits, but I made the jokes more relevant. And they enjoyed it just as much as kids do. Performing for magicians, same thing. That's where I normally would get nervous because, and it's initial nerves because it's like, oh, they're magicians, they already know how all this works, and then it's trying to remind myself, yeah, but they just want to see again the presentation, how it's performed. They already know how it works. I'm not, yeah. But that's So depending on the audience, you do want to change to some degree, but you don't want to change it, overhaul your entire persona every time you do a different group, because then you're not establishing who you are and who you want to be. But yeah, you do change a little bit.
Good answers, guys. Mike, would you like to start and do some tricks if you want to, and then we'll come over to you?
You said if you want to. What do you think they're here tonight?
I want to.
I changed my
He
mind.
might not be. I don't know. I'm just going with the flow here. I want to give him the opportunity to start, and then Jack can get his tricks ready. And go ahead.
All right. So in some way, shape, or form, I'm going to make my way over between the both of you.
Okay.
Because I'm going to use you both for his trick.
Okay. Can you hear us? Can you hear?
Yeah, we have I think the monitor. It's coming through on the monitor.
I
so-
can't hear anything.
No? Wait.
I'm sorry.
Yes? Yeah.
can hear
No,
it.
it's coming through.
You guys can still hear me, right?
Yeah, I can.
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay. Danny, at his entire pack of cards, I want you to go ahead. You're going to take any card you want. You're going to slide it out just like that.
Okay.
All right? But when you slide it out, keep it face down on the table. Don't flip it over right away.
Okay.
Go
So
ahead.
now,
Any card. All right.
Okay.
Are you happy with your choice, or do you want to change your mind?
I'm happy with my choice.
All right. Very good. All right. Now what's going to happen is I'm going to make you the magician for this trick.
Oh, sure.
All right? So what you can do is you cannot see what card she picked.
Right.
So what I'm going to have you do, I'm going to have you close your eyes. I'm going to have you face to the left. All right? As best you can. All right? Now, Danny, I want you to go ahead. You're going to take this card. You're going to pick it up. All right? You're going to show it to me and Jack. And you can show it to the camera as well.
Oh. You see how I'm like,
Oh, hold on.
Yeah,
I could do that part.
Can't see it at this
I
I'm
could do-
showing it to my
No,
phone.
it's okay.
Don't worry. We'll
Yeah, your phone is not going to pick this up.
Yeah.
So for those viewing at home, there we go. That is the card she picked. Oh, that's nice and clear. This is a good
Yeah,
camera.
right?
Yep.
Ooh.
Look at that.
My eyes are still shut, guys.
All right, good. All right, keep
Well,
it just like
they
that.
should be. Nobody said to open them yet, Dad.
Danny, go ahead. I want you to drop that anywhere you want back in here. Very good. All right. Hear that shuffle? All right, I want you to go ahead and turn around and look back.
Okay.
All right, so at any point, did you see Danny's card?
No.
No.
Not at all.
Now.
I really didn't.
Well, that's good. You're not supposed to.
I know. Go ahead.
That's good. That's
Okay.
True magician hour right here.
Wait. Good.
He's so excited. I love it. Go on.
I said that I'm going to make you the magician. So So I want you to go take these cards.
Yep.
All right. Before you go any further, I'm gonna have to give you some magic powers.
Okay.
All right.
Oh.
But before I have to do this now, in order to make this all happen, watch.
Okay.
Do you feel anything?
Yeah, a little bit.
Oh man, it never works.
All right. Maybe I'm open to energy. I don't know. I just feel something.
So now that you have these magic powers, I'm gonna spread you the cards for you face up, and you don't have to say anything. All right. Whatever card you think is Danny's, I want you to say stop, and I want you to reach in, and I want you to pull that card, but don't show it to the audience yet. Whichever card you think is hers. That one, hold it. All right, Danny. For the first time, what was the card that you picked?
I think it was a queen of spades.
Clubs.
Was it a clover?
Yes.
Okay.
Queen of clubs.
Okay.
You got
Clubs.
the queen of clubs? What card did you pull out?
Queen of clubs.
He's got it. Queen of clubs.
I never know the thing. I thought it was spades.
Spades is
clubs,
the one
yeah.
that's got.
But it was on camera, so
Yeah,
it's
staying right there.
Yeah.
But-
I will stay here.
I am going to let you in on something. Because whenever I like to do magic tricks, I always like to at least reveal one trick.
Okay.
And we did cheat. They're all the queen of clubs.
Okay, that's pretty cool. Pretty cool, Mike.
You want to show it to the audience?
I love that.
That's pretty cool.
There's always a trick to everything.
Well, no, I want magic powers. You know.
I do want to point out that he didn't go and just like that you didn't
Yeah,
react.
yeah,
You were just like looking and then pulled the one like that was.
He just knows his daughter so well that
Well,
I picked
it's-
that card.
Again, that's what we were talking about, like part performance. That's he could have just he could have started laughing like something. He didn't give anything away. Just stared. It was like that one.
Yeah.
I got
it's part of the trick. Okay, so
Where's your magic now?
it's still in me.
I still have
It's
it.
festering.
Jack, it's up to you.
We'll stick with the theme of cards. In this instance, not one where I have to like find a card, but choose anyone and take it. You could be face up. It doesn't matter. Go ahead, take it. Oh, you took the other queen
Wait
this
a
time.
minute, Jack. You're not on camera.
I'm not on camera. Oh, we zoomed in. How did it change?
Oh,
It's magic.
Who zoomed in? Wait, who controls the camera?
Hey,
I
Jack, wave your
control the
hand. Wave your
horizontal.
hand. Wave your hand at the camera.
Take us off.
it's only Doc G and DJ Danny. Where are the guests?
Did you get any of the trick?
No, he got yours. All we did was pick cards. So I have a card and she has a card. We didn't do anything.
We got it on Facebook Live, just not on.
Oh, there we are.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, bring Jack over more. You can only see half
Okay.
his face.
It's
Right
okay.
here.
Oh, the camera froze.
Oh, is that what it
It's
was?
all right. We're still running Windows 7.
No, Windows 10, actually.
Windows 10?
No.
That would that explains.
All the Windows updates.
It's all the
Windows
updates.
I hate those updates.
That's not this.
I have Windows 8.1 as our, like this is now geek talk. I have Windows 8.1 and I just shut off the updates. I'm like, nope, everything is working right now. I want it that way.
I know.
10 won't let you do that.
I still got the second generation Mac in my computer. I mean, in my basement.
Really?
Nice.
Mac. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's old. That's good.
Okay, cool. We're moving. All right. So here's what I want you to do. There's two ways to fold a card in half initially. You can fold it in lengthwise or widthwise. I want you to fold it in widthwise. Yes. I'm going to fold mine in.
Wait. Did I
No,
do
no,
that?
you folded it correctly.
Oh.
Okay? Okay? That's exactly, yeah. I said there's two different ways to fold it.
Oh, do I
Now-
keep folding it?
No, yep,
Oh.
nope, keep it. So what I'm gonna do is take yours and slide it in mine. Okay?
Okay.
I'm gonna unwrap card. So that reverses it. That's a long way to reverse the card. This is a long way to go to reversing the cards. If I wanted to reverse it real quick, I could just kind of reverse it that way. Yeah, I could, put it this way. If I really wanted to kind of mess with you,
Yeah, they're not seeing it at home. They're seeing your hands.
I'll bring it to the camera
Oh,
and do
good,
the,
okay.
the visual part.
Just keep the audience up to date.
But yeah. Hi, Facebook. So.
I could see it through my phone.
Oh yeah, you have the.
I have the what?
Very cool.
You have the magic.
Facebook Live.
This is the part where we do the magic without speaking. And try to get everyone to be able to see. Trying to line this up with the camera. So now here's the thing. At this point, people would start to wonder, is this a gimmick? Is this, and I don't like to use a lot of gimmick cards. So to kind of make this as fair as possible.
He's ripping the card, people.
There goes $20.
Okay.
What, one card? Or the whole? Is that the whole pack?
Two cards.
2 cards.
Oh wow.
So if you pull out, go ahead. Pull out that. Pull the other one, and make sure that the pieces actually match up. And it's the only 2 cards I used.
I keep showing my phone.
That would be great if the camera,
Oh,
if there's
there's a camera right there. We're gonna get on the camera eventually.
You showed this one?
Well, you just did.
Yeah, but I have another one to show.
Okay, there you go. Looks like a little dot to me. I can't see anything.
Ruben, we might need you to hold it to the camera. Please. Thank you.
Wow. So if
Go ahead.
we don't have to run to the camera. There's well, no, I was Mike. We're gonna go back and forth.
We'll go back and forth?
This is
All right.
this is actually kind of fun. Like like I said, I love watching the way Michael perform, and that's like I said, it's a difference in. We could do you can watch 3 different magicians do the exact same trick. You'll see it 3 different ways.
Right.
All right.
Oh wait. He's
I think
plugging.
he's giving you a mic. So when you talk over there, he
Oh, that's
can
what
hear
it.
you.
Yeah. Okay.
Because we couldn't hear you when you were moving your hands, Cliff.
Oh.
I mean, Jack.
It's the little thing, guys.
It was just
it's the little thing.
It was just this kind of stuff.
Yeah, no, it's hard to. That's why I was trying to do the thing without like speaking. I'm just going to do the over dramatic emphasis of the hands.
Hey,
Get
Jack.
Ruben in on a trick.
Yeah, we can do that. Hey, Jack, did I ever tell you this one? How many magicians does it take to do a magic trick?
I'm not familiar with this one.
Just
How
one.
many?
4. 1 to do the trick, 3 to say, I could have done that better.
Ruben approves that message.
Oh, that's funny.
All right. All right, ready?
Yep, sure.
All right, here we go. All right, now, the camera's not going to pick this up so much, but this is going to be more of a verbally done
we
card
can
trick.
see some things,
All right.
but not the actual.
Not anything on what is going on.
All right.
Yeah.
Now,
I'll
Wait,
tell
can
you.
Ruben? Wait, can that wait? How far can the camera actually move?
Right there.
is that it? Is that the maximum we can do?
Well, no, but the thing is, then you
You
gotta move
mean-
it back again. You gotta keep moving it back. and
Oh, so
forth.
he can.
So if you had
No,
a
I
second
mean-
camera, problem would be
Well,
solved.
I mean, at this point, it's not going to
It'll
catch 'cause
happen.
we got too much stuff in the way here.
third camera, then one there, one there.
Continue.
Keep dreaming. Okay.
All right, Dina, what do you know about this deck of cards?
Big
Yes.
numbers.
I was gonna say I can
That's
see it from
right.
here.
Me too.
Yeah, so these cards are actually much more larger than a normal
for
deck
seniors.
of cards. Yes. Right.
Are they?
Glasses aren't enough. So
Can I see it without glasses? I'm just gonna try watching and look at it without my glasses.
what's going to happen is I'm going to dribble the card just like this. At any point, I want you to say the word stop. I want to stop right on the dime.
Okay.
Ready?
Stop.
You want me to stop here or keep going?
Keep going.
All right. Oh,
Stop.
stop right here?
Right there. Yeah.
All right. You want me to stop here or keep
Yeah,
going?
stop. Stop
All
right
right. Why don't you go ahead. Take that card. I want you to go ahead and show it around to everybody in the room. I'm not going to look.
I can definitely see it from here, so that's
Me
good.
too.
All right. Good. All right. Perfect. All right.
there. Okay.
All right, Dana, you can take your card. You're going to put it anywhere you want back in here. Right back in the pack of cards. Very good. All right, I'm going to give that a quick shuffle. Now, Dina, what I'm not going to try to do is I'm not going to try to find your card. Instead, I'm going to read your mind.
Okay.
Okay? Here's what I want you to do. I want you to think about your card. When you think about it, I want you to imagine it. All right? I want you to imagine it. All right? Keep concentrating. Concentrate. It's going to start reading your mind now. All right. I'm getting it's a red card. Something like a heart, a very, very small number, something like a 3 or a 4, right?
No.
No, it's not the 10 of clubs?
Yeah.
Yeah, all right.
It is the 10 o'clock.
Oh, yeah. Jack's like, oh,
good.
man, he is getting this so wrong. But Dana, I'll tell you what. Now, that's called mind reading. Would you like to learn how to do that?
Sure.
All right. Now, it's very easy. So because I think you still had the magic power in you. So you're going to actually handle these cards at this point.
Okay.
All right. Now, are you comfortable with shuffling your cards?
A little bit.
All right. Go ahead. Give them a good shuffle. All right. As much as you want or as little.
Okay.
All right. Now, I want you to go ahead. I want you to fan the cards out. All right. Just fan the cards out.
I can't.
It's all right. It took me like six
pretty
weeks.
Give
Very
yourself
good.
some credit, Dad. You're doing.
Yeah, very good job. I like that. He's got the magic.
It took me 6 weeks to learn how to fan every single day for 6 straight weeks to be able to do something that lasts less than a second. So trust me, you're fine.
All right,
And no one cares. Like that's the thing. The average person, they don't care.
Right.
They just take the card.
It just looks nice.
I want you to go ahead. I want you to hold the cards face up to me, just like this. All right. Now, because you're the magician, you're going to ask me a question. You're going to ask me to memorize one of those cards.
Okay, memorize one of them cards.
All right, I got one. All right, so you can push the cards back together. Okay. Now it's up to you. If you're comfortable, go ahead, give the cards a shuffle. Okay. All right, it'll only impact the trick a little bit.
Just a little.
Okay.
All right, good. Now, here's what I want you to do. I want you to take the cards, and you're just going to spread them across the table just like that.
Does it spread the same way?
Yeah, you got it.
Look, the best way that you can.
that was actually pretty good.
Okay.
A lot more people just throw the cards everywhere. So, because you're the magician, you need to find the card I'm thinking of.
Right.
Go. No, don't worry. I'm gonna walk you through it.
Oh my God! Did you see how scared he got? It's okay.
He just looked at the cards like,
He was like,
I'm just gonna grab one and pray.
I have no idea. Go ahead.
So, funny enough, that's actually kind of how you're gonna do it. All right. But because you're the magician, you're gonna do it a little bit more in a magical kind of way. All right, you can take your hand, you're going to wave it over the cards, all right? And at some point, you may feel your hand maybe drip down a little bit over a card, maybe a certain area, and you're getting it down a little lower, and you're going to file your way down to one card, all right? When you narrowed it down, you're going to take that card, what you feel the strongest about, and you're going to pull it away from the deck of cards, and you're going to separate it just like that.
Okay.
All right? So, you go ahead. Start waving your hand, whatever card you feel the strongest about. That one. Now, I'm going to ask you, at the 3 times, do you want to change your mind?
No.
Do you want to pick another card?
No.
Are you sure about that choice?
Yeah.
All right. Now, because you're the magician, you get to ask me, what was the card I was thinking of?
What was the card you were thinking of?
I was thinking of the 4 hearts.
Okay, so now we turn it over.
Yeah, what card you pull out?
The 4 of Hearts.
You got it. There's the magic.
Oh my God. Very cool, man. Very cool.
Thank you. You're a good magician. I'm glad we had you on the show tonight.
No, you're the magician.
The other way around. I love it.
Oh, you're awesome.
You guys need
Mike.
to get your own show and then have, us as your guest.
You want to know how that works? You'll have to ask Mike because I have no clue how to do that one.
Mike, I don't want you to reveal all the tricks.
No, I wasn't.
Did the trick.
No,
It was
here.
you.
You can all ask
Why
Doc
did I
G
stop
on the
at
next.
I go in the middle part of the card. I don't know.
That was
Why
good.
did I stop there?
I don't know. You're the magician. That's your trick.
I mean, Dad, you got to teach me that.
And
Now you're going to take that power. You're going to go to casinos. You're going to go ahead and play in the poker
He's
tournaments.
going to make me scratch a lottery ticket tonight after he
Oh, yeah.
doodles me.
Jack, your turn.
I'm gonna do something.
These guys are amazing. Both of them. They really are.
It's the thing is we wanted a way. How can we have the most amount of fun in front of the largest group of people? And it was this. I did again.
He still got you off camera. Just give
That's
him a
okay.
second. Give him a second.
This one I hope we don't have to zoom in too much for.
He ain't even zooming in at all for you.
I was like, yeah, we're just gonna zoom out for him. We're not
You have
even
to
gonna
zoom out, Ruben.
He's got this, Ruben. Use the force, Mike.
Slowly showing us.
The wrong guy. That's the wrong guy.
He knows.
Okay.
There.
I hope he knows. Me and Mike look nothing alike.
Turn
you
the
got
lights
the
off
hat.
when you
You
are.
got the hat.
What?
He's got curly hair.
The hair is very similar.
He's got curly hair.
And he's got the hat.
Oh wait, we did okay. Because you alluded to it before.
I did?
This is is something a little bit different, aside from the realm of cards. I want you to
Are those wedding rings?
Yeah, is it close enough? So again, nothing in there.
Nope.
Hold on to this. There is something in the. You get to keep the packet. The packet. Open up the packet.
Okay.
Inside are the only 2 keys that this thing came with. So I'm going to
Pray that we
plead that you don't
All right,
misplace
Dad, you have
those.
to hold on to them.
Swallow one.
I did a show at Ren Fair. We pulled this off, and my tech took one of the keys because what I did is I split the keys and I said to the spectator, "There's the only key." And while I'm doing it, I'm like, "Oh, where's the extra key?" And no, not extra key, no extra key. And my tech just starts dangling the extra key. I was like, "You were supposed to give that." He just looks at me, doesn't say a word, puts the key in his mouth, and walked off.
Did he really eat it?
No. He apologized later. He goes, "I'm sorry. I don't know why I did that." I was like, do that all the time. That was hilarious. But yeah, keep them as far away from me. And which one of the 2 of you is stronger? That's
Well,
going to.
I got weak hand.
Okay.
You do
What you're
not.
going to do is you're
Yeah, I
going
do.
to. They will click, and I want you to hold on. Let me get my hand up because if I'm like this, you might think I'm fumbling with it. I'm gonna go ahead. You're gonna lock both of them. If you unlock one, I have a free hand. So go ahead as hard as you can. Don't worry about hurting me. Click them as. No, see it clicked.
I don't.
Grab. Yeah, there you
He
go.
wants it
There.
to turn
Ow.
blue.
Yeah, if you. Oh, okay. Yeah, put your heart and soul into it. That's great.
Oh my gosh, his fingers turned blue.
That. Then you know it's working. So yeah, you're gonna cover me with that.
As quick as possible.
Now,
please.
normally I have 2 people hold one, so like Doc might hold one, you would hold the other. But we can. I'll come in the middle, actually.
Confused.
It's okay. That's fine.
You're not watching.
Here, I'll hold.
I am watching.
You can. You can cover, but it'll work better. Hold on. No, if he holds here, you hold one end, you hold the other one.
Oh,
See, that's what I'm
Okay.
trying.
So make sure that again here, just like slam down on it. Make sure that they're tight. Like go ahead, like click. You might get an extra click.
Oh,
or
he's
two.
got you so good.
Yeah, you might get. Oh, yeah. Ah,
That
good.
shit hurts my hands.
You hurt your hand. Your hand.
look at my thumb.
Yeah, your poor thumb. Really? Oh, I'm poor baby. Okay. Now, make sure just keep the key. That's why I usually leave them in the pouch and snap because it's a lot easier to like grab a hold of the keys and out of the pouch, and you don't have the hold this here, hold this, hold it up higher. Yeah, not too high because then I'll be off camera. I've been off camera almost the whole time. But Ruben, you're doing a great job. See, I'm still out of frame. Okay, hold on, I'll lower.
anticipate you leaving.
Right, here, if I'm lower down here, okay, we can see then. Okay, there's like a height thing. It's
Yeah,
a
I know,
box.
I know.
Perfect. Okay. At that point, then you can hold on to these, and I'll take it.
Aren't these guys amazing? Oh my god.
Nicely done, Jack.
These
Nicely
guys
done.
are just amazing. Oh my god. You didn't see him when he pulled his hand out?
The first time she completely missed it, and that's the thing. That's what makes the effect better when things like that happen.
I
So
was so
subtle.
like insert like
And
you
here's the
can-
funny thing. I've seen him do that trick many, many times. I still get the same, wow factor out of it.
Of
Good.
course.
Then
doing
it's
that.
still working.
Right,
It
it's
was-
still
I
working.
don't have to change it then.
It's still working.
No, it's still working.
So if any of you people want to get in touch with Mike or Jack for a party or any type of event you're
Events
doing,
going on.
please. No, you.
Yes, please,
I
please
want
call.
You,
You
say
have to
where
promote
you
yourself.
are,
That's
how
why
to
you're
get
here
you, and-
tonight.
Good.
Just because he's a magician too doesn't
Well,
mean he
I
can
wasn't sure how you're doing the promotion. So
I want
might
you
as well.
to introduce yourself and tell people how to get a hold of you.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, for everybody that's listening, my name is Magic Mike. I am a professional magician and magic for all occasions, for birthday parties, fundraisers, house parties, holiday parties, store promotions. I also do balloon animals, carnival games with toys, and
Ooh, I
also
love
do character
carnival
costumes.
games.
Oh, the carnival games are a ton of fun. Kids love that stuff because they
Oh,
win
yeah.
prizes all the time.
I just like it for prizes. You gotta say anything about kids.
I want the puppy. So, yeah, if you're interested, like I said, I do birthday parties. That's where I focus in the most. You can always give me a call on my cell phone. My number is 609-558-4619. Again, 609-558-4619.
It's like a dating service. On
Yeah, right.
Listen to the sound of his soothing voice.
These card tricks would be so smooth you wouldn't even know what to do with yourself. Okay, but I don't know. I'm saying this. So anyway, feel free to give me a call for your magical day. Thank you.
Awesome.
Jack,
Hey, Jack,
And
you
I-
too.
he's got it.
I bet, yeah, I actually got new ones printed
Oh,
finally.
nice card.
People were
Yeah.
asking me like, "Oh, when are you
Nice
going to get
card,
a
too.
business card printed?" And I had to reinvent everything over and over again. So again, my name is Jack Morrowan, modern vaudeville magician, and you can get a hold of me at 609-661-2675. My email, it's jackmorrowan@gmail.com. I try to keep it nice and simple. Or Facebook @jackmorrowan. There's no PR person maintaining the Facebook page. It's just me. So if you message me directly, some people it's easier for Facebook. Email, phone, carrier pigeon. I don't care. I'm happy to receive the message.
Some Hedwig's gonna come in too.
Yeah. What's that?
Hedwig.
Oh,
You said a pigeon. I
a
said
pigeon,
Hedwig.
an actual owl delivery. I will accept that too. I will. As a matter of fact, if you manage to send a message by owl, I'll do the show for free. That's if Hedwig shows up at my house with a message to do a party, I will be there. Absolutely.
And
But
you guys could book together too, right?
I would absolutely work an event with
Okay,
Mike anytime.
That's so cool because people you get the two for for them.
What's your combo deal?
We haven't worked one out because this was the first time it was presented.
The combo deal is you get incredible magic all night long,
All that, yeah.
tons of laughs, and totally worth it.
But how much?
$5,000.
What a steal!
That's a,
You get a
As a
discount.
matter of fact, if
when
we
you
get a
turn
gig
tonight.
off of that advertisement, thank you. Already! I wish for the life of me there was no better timing. No one calls me until and it's my daughter's school. So
Is that a telemarketer? Tell him
it's
Mike, do
Yep.
another trick. 'Cause we
I
have-
wish it was important. It wasn't.
okay.
That was
Not saying anything about school being closed. You get your
no
kids for another day.
No.
Yeah,
What
right.
for rain?
We just want to call it. We just want to let you know there's no snow tomorrow, so school is
Yeah.
open. But just in case.
Oh, that might have been it, but hey, she'll show up if there's no school. She'll come back home.
So,
That's a hard lesson to learn. Go ahead, Mike.
so I actually got a quick fun story that I want to.
Go ahead,
to
sure.
Magic show.
Join us.
So it was an outdoor backyard party. It's out in the summer, and I'm going through the show, and the kids are having a great time and very the high energy interacting with them. And I get to this one trick, and it's called the vanishing Coke bottle. All right, so I play around with the kids a little bit. So you see this glass Coke bottle, I put it in this empty paper bag. And then I'll fool around. I'll make it look like it disappeared. Then I turn the bag upside down. I'm like, see, nothing's coming out. It's not there. And the kids are like, no, you're holding it in the bag. And the bottle's still in there. It's not gone. They don't believe me. And eventually I'll pull the bottle back out and be like, yeah, all right, I was messing around. Now I'm really going to make it disappear. So then I do my whole little thing and snap it. Like, now it's gone. I'll reach in the bag. Nope, not there. Turn it upside down. Nothing's coming out. And the kids are like, no, it's in the bag. And then I have this one little boy. He jumps up in the back of the hole of all those kids and he goes, it's in the bag. We're not idiots. And I just take the bag and I just crumble it up into a little paper ball because the bottle's gone now.
Yeah.
And the kid's like, oh. And he just sits back down. Magic. There you go.
I love it. I love it.
had,
I love it.
Yes.
I wish I'm going to give credit to the guys.
There's a lot of
performing with.
non-believers out there.
Yeah.
It was two times that someone added a line to the show. It was a guy I was performing with. His name's Adam, and it's a guy. He's around my age, and I've learned a lot through and with him. Mike actually knows Adam. So we had performed together, and there were two times that Adam had added a line to the show. The first time he saved me because I blanked, and usually I'm quick on my feet and it's fine. We had a Viking style guillotine, which is the kind that you like push down, and we had used to use carrots, like traditional carrots, to show the blade is real. And one show we lost the carrots. I don't know where they went, but we substituted a banana that we happened to have, and that was funnier, so we kept that in. So we're doing a fair performance. And this woman comes up and she's really nervous about having her head in there. And we're going, oh, just to show the blade is real. We put the banana in, we go down, and the blade breaks. And in my utter brilliance, it broke. The middle part of the blade goes across this wooden frame, and the center broke on the banana. And I stood there staring at it. And I mean, 3 or 4 seconds is a long time to be silent. And I just look at it, and in my brilliance, I look at Adam and I go, it broke. And that was all I had, stating what everyone already saw. Adam, without missing a beat, goes, well, bananas make you stronger. Who wants one? And starts handing the pieces out. Kids were like, yeah. And we steamrolled into another backup effect that we had, and they thought it was part of the show. And he goes, what happened? And we went over why we fixed it and was fine. But he goes, I'm like, that worked out way better than I thought. Thank you, because I don't really know why I blanked. Second time, it wasn't a blank moment, but Adam is very funny when it comes to, he's like a more straight humor, one-shot one-liners. Mm-hmm. And we had a bit where it's an effect called Snowstorm in China, which can be very beautiful. And we went, no, we're going to make it humorous. So we did it like movie previews, and we were in a movie, and we were the superheroes in lab coats to make it snow for a kid who never had a snow day. But we go, what's the best part of the movies? This and this. And we asked a yes or no question, and someone in the audience goes, C. And I went, oh, our show's bilingual now. C is also Spanish for yes. And Adam goes, C is also English for ocean. And I went, and I just looked, and after the show, I'm like, you realize that'll never happen again. He goes, I know. But it was just a beautiful and again, it had nothing to do with magic. And some of the better moments in shows, I did a show at a school where when I needed music and lights, there was no problem with the power. The hour-long show, the power went off 12 times. And I know because I counted. And while it happened, I do a medley in the beginning of the show, and it's great. And I said, I come back out, high energy. You guys enjoy that? They go, yeah. I said, that's good, because that was the best part of the show. It's all downhill from here. And I go to say something else, and the power cuts out. And I thought the tech did it on purpose. So I'm like, it was a funny moment. Everyone's laughing. I turn back. I see the tech peek his head out of the curtain, go, 1, 2. So I'm like, oh, that wasn't on purpose. So he goes, finds the breaker, flips the breaker back on. This happened over and over again. And I'm like, there are some people who can't break the fourth wall, like whatever happens. I couldn't not acknowledge that it was happening because everyone could obviously tell when the power went out.
Right.
So I did the segues and I played with it. I made it part of the show. The power went out and no one left, which I thought was going to happen. And at the end of the show, I'm going, that was the worst show. We all thought it was, people came up to me this was a school show. So they know how the school went and they go, that was one of the best shows we've seen. I said, I'm in my head, I'm like, were you watching the same show? What do you mean? And they go, you made it part of the show. You didn't ignore it. A lot of people have tried to ignore it. I was like, how do you ignore it? The whole thing went dark. You can't. What was that? Just, no, the lights are still on. Everything is fine. Like, what do you mean? So it was, again, it's about performing. It had nothing to do with the magic. That's not the important part.
Yeah, but at least you stayed in character.
I had to. At that point, I'm like, well, it's all or nothing now. I'm just going to keep digging the hole deeper and hope that I come out the other side unscathed. And I did. So thankfully
with
it
light.
worked. There was a light on the other side because the show was over and the house lights went up. And then someone told me, apparently, the theater was haunted. And that was the theory because the lights and the sound, during the effects that I was using a lot more power, the power was fine. So I'm like, well, maybe the ghost just doesn't want to hear me talk and wants me to get to the part that's with the music and okay, stop talking, go into a trick. Yeah. And I was like, all right. But apparently the ghost liked the magic part, so I was at least 50% of the way there. So yeah. But again, it's a fun art form. It's acting with much cooler props.
Well, we got a lot of people watching us too, guys.
Yeah.
Wait, seriously?
Yeah.
Can I get one more story in?
Yes,
Yeah,
please.
Awesome.
You and I would hang out all day and just be like, show this.
Awesome.
We'd be
I
old
still
men
don't understand why
swapping
you guys
stories.
don't have a radio show here. I don't understand that.
Yeah, right. we should.
I really don't.
We should start. We should start a radio show.
Hey, story time with Mike and Jack.
So, when I first started getting the magic, it was about maybe 3-4 years in. I get a call, and it's from the School for the Chinese, and they were located out in Lawrenceville, New Jersey. So they hired me to come out for their Chinese New Year, and it's at the Lawrenceville High School. So the first year I come in, and at this time in my life, I was doing a magic show. I was only charging $175. All right, in the very beginning.
It's more than that now for those of you that are going to call later to book a show. This was back with this was years ago.
Yeah, well, it gets expensive real fast. So, turn around and they wanted me to do 3 shows back to back with balloon animals. So first year I'm thinking, oh, this is pretty cool. So we charged $250. Now at that point I'm thinking this is a fantastic amount of money. After that, I was like, oh, this is insane for what I had to do. Because imagine this. I come in, set up. Now I have a 30-minute show that I crank through. As soon as I'm done that show, I got to run over and start doing balloon animals. There were over 500 people there that day. At least a good 300 of them are kids. So I am cranking out balloon animals like crazy. Like crazy. Like I had a little ketchup bottle pump. I'm doing that 20 times. They go ahead and pump that thing up, and I'm twisting it. I start twisting the balloon, and it pops in my hand. Got to make another one. All right? And I'm going like that crazy. All right? And every bag of balloons I have is about 250 balloons. Yeah. So by the end of the night, I'm down like 5 or 6 bags. Oh, wow. All right? Because I bring a whole bunch. And my hands are just covered in the balloon like material, so like almost like practically black. Right. And then I just wash them, and it just comes off. And it's great. It's a cool little thing. It's like a magic trick in itself. So I had to do a magic show. Balloons, finish the balloons, run back, reset my show as fast as I can, immediately jump back into another magic show. Had to do that back to back 3 times. All right, by the end of the night, I'm exhausted. I'm there for like 3-4 hours, all right? Next year, they call me back. Okay, great. Same thing. I'm thinking, all right, what are we looking for price? They had a little bit of a budget, so I kind of give them the same price, but then I grabbed 2 of my friends to help me out, right? So getting them to help out with doing balloon animals still wasn't enough because they actually increased the quantity of people from 500 to almost 800. So there's 300 more people. Same exact thing. But you know what? Luckily, I had them, so I was able to run away from the balloons, set up, and actually have a little bit of a break moment to go ahead and do the magic show. Yeah. Okay, second year. Third year, I get a call from the school for the Chinese. There's a guy named Ling. All right? And now my mom, she's my manager. Right?
Anything.
He laughed at Ling.
It's funny.
So my mom's a manager, so she screens a lot of the calls. So she's talking to Ling, and he's like, oh, hey, listen, we want to hire Magic Mike again. So I was like, okay, great. What date? And we get the date sometime in the summer. And she says, okay, this is over at the Lawrenceville High School, right? And he goes, oh, no, we moved locations. And she goes, oh, where are you at now? And he goes, oh, Delaware. So we're like, oh, okay, where exactly? So we go ahead and MapQuest this thing, and it comes out to like an hour and a half drive. So my mom's thinking, and she goes, okay, well, if we're going all this direction, what are we doing? You're doing 3 shows, but you don't have to do them all back to back. You're doing 1 in the morning, 1 in the afternoon, and 1 at night. All right, and they're about 30-minute shows. So you're going to be there for the whole day. Why not? They're going to give us free parking, free food. We get to enjoy the other festivities that are going on. They'll include that with their price instead of having to charge us for door ticket. So end up charging like $350 for this show, right? So now at this point, we're 3 months away from this date for this Chinese New Year event, right? This whole festival they're doing. Every other week, Ling would call and he says, hey, can I give you some more money maybe for like travel or stuff like that? So he'll throw like an extra $75 at me that I never asked for. All right, throws here. Another 2 weeks later, hey, I'm just feeling generous. Here's an extra $50. And all of a sudden, I'm up to $500 for this show. An extra $150 more. And I'm like, okay, where's this guy? What's this guy's deal, right? So as we're 1 month away, he calls me and he goes, hey, Mike, we're starting to have a lot more activities go on, so I need to cut you down from a half hour down to 20 minutes so we can make room for the other acts. Are you okay with that? I'm like, yeah, that's fine. That's great. Less work.
Less
work,
right? Same money.
Yeah, exactly. So it's about a week before the event. He calls me up and he goes, hey, Mike, I need to cut you back again because we still got some more acts. I'm going to cut you back down to 15 minutes. Are you okay with that? I'm like, yeah, that's fine. No problem. Right? 3 acts, 15 minutes apiece. All right. Go ahead. Day of. Do the hour and a half drive. We get there to the School for Chinese. And I get in and I start setting, I get all my stuff in, and I'm just starting to set up for the show because we're on this really nice stage.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And Ling comes running over to me and he goes, oh, Mike, hey, I'm glad you're here and everything like that. But I have some unfortunate news for you. And I'm thinking, oh, crap, they're going to cancel me out, right? And he goes, no. I need to cut you back down to 10 minutes. And I'm like, oh, this is great, right? So I'm only doing 30 minutes worth of magic for $500.
Nice.
Over the span of the entire day.
Yeah.
And I got everything included. I'm like, this is awesome. So I'm going to party. All right. Turn around, first show. Come out there, do my act. 10 minutes. All right. Everyone loved it in the audience. The afternoon comes around. Now, at this point, I got a lot more people packed in this room for the second show. All right. Crank through it. Everybody loves it. Night rolls around. I do my third show. At this point, almost every single person that was attending that event, even the volunteers, the chefs, left the stoves burning to come into this room, in this auditorium. There was not a soul out there. Even the parking attendants left. Oh, no. Right? And they all jammed in there. There are people standing on tables. It was so mass packed that if fire marshal was there, he would have a bloody heart attack with how many people are in there, right? Yeah. So I cranked it out third show. Everybody loves it, and it was between me and one other this juggling performer that we had the most amount of people for both our shows.
Oh, juggling shows can be wildly entertaining.
Oh yeah. Oh, this guy was fantastic. So after everything's all done, night's over. I'm exhausted. We pack up. My mom's like, all right, go see Ling. Go get your check. I'm like, all right. So I go see Ling. He thanks me very much. He goes, oh, that was a great show. Really enjoyed it. Here you go, Mike. Here's your pay. And I'm like, oh, wonderful. All right. I'm not thinking much. Didn't even bother opening it. I get to the car. My mom says, check it. And I'm like, why? She goes, make sure they spell your name right. And I'm like, all right, all right. So I open up the envelope. I pull out the check. And she goes, they spell it right? I'm like, yeah, but I think the price is wrong. She goes, did they not pay you right? And I'm like, no. It's a check written for $1,000. I thought it was doing this for $500. So my mom's like, all right, go double check this. So I get out of the car. I go back inside. I'm exhausted at this point. I find Ming, and he sees me, and I go, hey, Ming. And he's like,
I thought his name was Ling.
Ling. Sorry.
Is he?
It was one letter. It was one letter off.
One letter off, right? So Ling.
I caught it.
So I go see Ling, and Ling's like, he goes, oh, Mike, what's the matter? Is everything okay? And I'm like holding this check in my hand. He goes, is it enough? And I'm like, yeah, actually, I think it's a little too much. I think we negotiated for $500, but you wrote the check out for $1,000. And he goes, yeah, $500 for your performance and $500 tip. And I went, oh, awesome, right? I think this is great. So after this, I'm on my way home. I pull my calendar, and I put in my calendar. I'm like, okay, when's the next Chinese New Year? All right, got it. All right. There we go. So now I put his number in there, name. I know who to call. I'm thinking, hey, if I can get $1,000 a year from this gig, I'm all for it. All right. So after some time, I'm not really paying attention.
Everybody loved it, and it was between me and one of
Why am I listening to it again?
We got some reverb.
Yeah.
Feedback.
Yeah. So next year rolls around. All of a sudden, I get an alert on my phone about 3 months out. I'm thinking, oh, great. Yes, the Chinese school. Let me give him a call. Let me see if I can get this gig again. I give him a call, and this Chinese lady answers. And I go, hi, I'm Magic Mike. I'm calling for Ling. And she goes, oh, I'm sorry. Ling no longer works with us. I'm like, oh, I'm sorry to hear that. What happened? And she gives me this story. So Ling came from a corporate background. All right. Now, in the corporate background, of course, you've always heard if you got to blow the budget out so you can get more next year.
Yeah.
Well, that was the mindset he came in with when he started coordinating this whole festival. What he failed to understand was that this is not a corporation. This is a privately funded school by all fundraisers. He blew out the budget. He bankrupted the school. That's why he was throwing so much money out, thinking he's going to get more next year. Yes! So at that
but
point...
did you get screwed over for that?
Oh, yeah. That was odd. That was it. Yeah, because the school couldn't support its size anymore, and then it fell apart. So anyway.
We have Jerry on.
On the phone?
Jerry, you back?
Hey guys, I'm back. I just had to.
Go ahead.
I just had to say you guys are really awesome. You're cracking me up, okay?
Good. I'm glad to do that, honey. How are you feeling?
Hey, everybody, listen. Look at the screen and move your mics. I want to see your faces because I'm going to take a screenshot.
Oh, boy.
Oh.
When Jerry says move,
So
you better move.
Just smile like idiots at me. Move your mics.
Oh, move that.
Out of your face. Out of your
There we go.
Danny, out of your face.
It's out of my face.
It is not.
It's over here, and I'm over
Yes,
here.
it is over. Yeah, it's out.
Oh, okay. Thank you,
screen had to
guys.
catch
Listen,
up.
you guys are incredible, man. I can't take it. I really can't.
My face hurts.
Did you get the screenshot yet?
Thank you, guys.
Okay.
I love
Okay.
you.
My cheeks are red and they're burning. Ouch.
Bye.
We got some more magic for them to do.
I
but
know. I can't wait. This is so cool.
Aren't they great?
All right, bye,
I
guys.
mean, both of these
They're
two
great.
gentlemen they're wonderful.
Amazing.
Bye.
Who wants to go
Bye-bye.
first?
So you want to continue on with another trick?
Uh,
We have some time.
Yeah. I'll be more than happy to go ahead and do another trick.
Might be able to squeeze one or two in more before we close.
All right. Think this will be fine.
Okay.
All right. And don't worry. You don't have to zoom in on the camera. This is where. So we're gonna play a little bit of a game.
Okay.
All right. Here's the game. The game only entails 4 cards. All right. Of these 4 cards.
You can see them even from this far away. That's good.
Yeah.
They're the big cards. Right?
Okay. So of these 4 cards, they're all aces. All right. I got the ace of clubs, ace of spades, ace of hearts, and ace of diamonds. Now, if at any point you cannot remember what the shape of the card is, just remember the colors. What color is this?
Black. Red.
Very good. All right. So here's how the game goes. I want you to hold your hand out just like that for me.
Mm-hmm.
All right. The very first ace I'm going to give you is the ace of spades. Can you remember that?
Mm-hmm.
Very good. All right. I want you to put your other hand nice and tight on top. All right. Now I'm going to give you the other ace. What ace is that?
Ace of clubs.
Very good. Very good. Same exact thing. We're going to slide that ace right there. Put your hand on top. Now, like I said, this is a memory game. Do you remember what two aces you have?
Yeah.
What do you have?
Ace of spades and ace of clubs.
Very good. Very good. Now, you got those cards tight? You got them tight? Because watch this. I weigh the cards over top. I go 1, 2, 3, and just like that, I now the spades and clubs. Take a look.
Oh. And I got the ace of hearts. Is that cool or what? That's really awesome.
And that's
I
why
didn't
they
even
always
do
kick me
nothing.
out of the casinos.
Did you not feel anything in your hands?
Well, he
You see what I
could.
did?
Wouldn't
But
be
you went like
magic.
this, but you can't. Like you would hold. I would like
I would
squish
held
him.
it tight.
I was gonna squish him.
My favorite reaction whenever I do this trick with people, they're like looking at the cards and like, they gotta be heat activated. Yeah, right. I'm like, no, they're not. Trust
The
me.
ink peels off. Like, no, it doesn't.
Yeah.
I'll do one. I'll share two very quick stories. We talked juggling. I had a show I did at Six Flags. It was called The Next Big Thing. I was a part of the show. There was 4 cast members, and we'd rotate one out. So there's 3 people performing it every time. And when I was in it, because I did the straitjacket escape, what we did, and the one guy was a juggler. It was his thing. And the other guy was the guy I would perform. He did magic and juggling in Sideshow. His name's Nick Spinelli. So if he happens to watch, he'll know I shouted him out. The 2 of them could juggle. So he goes, I don't know if this has ever been done before. He goes, but can you get out of the straitjacket while we juggle around you? And I'm like, we're going to find out, aren't we? So they did passing with clubs on right alongside me while I'm moving to get out of the straitjacket. So they have to avoid my arms, and I have to stay perfectly still while it's happening. And it was one of the main, it was one of the main routines we did, and it went over very well. It was one of the coolest things, and the only way it would, I think, would have been improved is if we did it with juggling with knives, which would have been awesome. So
I would have been cutting it close.
yeah. The other one, and it's this time of year. I did years ago when I first started. I did a gig. It was a Christmas gig, and Christmas themed gig. Can you do a Christmas show? Yeah, I can do a Christmas show. They said, well, it's going to be for a group of disabled children. And I said, that's fine. No worries. I'll do it. And I'm thinking, like, the first thing, like, kids are in wheelchairs and that sort of thing. So I put the show together. Great. I get there. There's a whole group of kids, and I have they're perfectly fine. I do the show. 45-minute solid show. Goes over great. They loved it. I'm like, all right, cool. And now I'm thoroughly confused the whole show. What disability they're talking about. Well, I was like, great. Kids were great. Excellent volunteers. Did great. Loved the show. Paid attention. So I go and talk to people off stage. It was like a rec center, and I had like the kitchen on the other side. So we're in the kitchen, I'm talking. I did a couple close-up tricks for some of the adults, and they said, how did you do that? And I said, I can't tell you, and I also don't know which part you're talking about. And they said, no, like, how did you just like do that whole show? Like, I said, well, let me ask you guys a question, because I don't understand why they were so shocked that I was able to do a 45-minute show and keep the attention of kids. Like, this is not abnormal for me. I said, can I ask you a question? I said, I don't mean to sound harsh. I said, but I was originally told over the phone, and I don't know who I spoke to, that it was going to be a show for disabled children. So what was the disability? Because they were there. There's no wheelchair. There's no cast. There's no. They said, oh, all of them have ADD or ADHD. And I went, that's not a disability. I have borderline ADD. It's why I can do this. I could be hyper-focused, but my brain goes in different directions.
me too.
So in my head, I'm like, that's not a disability. But it was the hyperactivity. Yeah, they were expecting the kids to not be able to focus, but they were just surprised they held their attention. I was like, in my head, I'm like, that's not, don't say they're disabled. Disabled means like they physically have trouble moving around. And even someone who is in like a wheelchair isn't, to me, disabled. I've met people who have overcome. It's not a handicap. That's, again, like I said before, like I try and steer away from negative terms. That's just, I was like, they're not disabled.
We got to get you and Mike definitely involved with Miracle League, where they can do a magic show for them.
What is Miracle League?
So basically,
Mike was
for
like sitting there
handicapped.
like miracle, like you know what it is. I have no
handicapped
idea what it
people.
is.
Okay.
Handicap disability.
Okay. Is
that
it
are
just
really handicapped.
That is.
And autism, stuff like that.
Okay.
Oh yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I've done the autism walk. I've done magic.
We'll get
shows
you in
for them.
touch with Dan, but I think
that.
Sal's gonna have him on the show on Wednesday.
Yeah, we know Sal.
Tomorrow.
So, oh yeah.
He's
Wait,
gonna have him on the
Sal's
show Wednesday.
Oh yeah.
He has Dan and Andy.
Okay.
Dan Schweck and Andy Santoro.
And Andy Burek.
Andy Santoro. T-O-R-O.
Who is it?
Andy, the one that comes on the show with Al.
Andy
Sal.
Burek keeps
Oh.
saying hi. I don't know.
Who's Andy? What?
Andy Burek. I don't know.
Let's do some magic, guys.
Sure. This is an effect I really love. This is known as the egg and bag illusion. Any guesses as to why?
Because it's an egg and bag illusion.
Because it uses an egg in a bag. There's simple answers. And
by
the
the
questions
end of
only
this
get
trick-
harder from here, Danny. So,
By the end of the
make-
trick, your mind will be scrambled.
so it's obviously not a real egg. It's a fake egg. Do you know what you call a fake egg?
Fake egg?
Fake egg.
Vegan.
Like my good friends.
It's like-
Okay,
yes. Oh my God. Yes. And if he is still catering your Christmas party.
He is catering it.
Oh my God. I'm looking forward to that.
We have really good food right now.
This is gonna be a shout out for him before I do this. So
Vincent.
I got to be on one of your shows with Vincent, and it's a all vegan food, Mike. He made a dish, and it was made with jackfruit, and I called him a liar because it tasted like meat, and it was jackfruit. Tasted almost like a Cajun pulled pork. It was like It was
spicy but good.
It was spicy. I thought it was meat.
It's called jackfruit.
It was jackfruit.
Jackfruit.
Which is a fruit, but it tasted like meat when he made it. I was
made
blown
it
away,
spicy, but it was
and I refused to believe. Like I obviously acknowledged, like obviously it was, but it was so hard to believe because people get so turned off when you hear the word vegan or it's like no, because if you eat a banana, it's vegan. Like it's no meat. That's what that means. So if you're eating a salad, that's vegan, and people get really weirded out. But
as long as it doesn't have cheese.
But he made like this. He made awesome food. Everything was delicious, and he's like catering the Christmas party. So I was already saying yes, and she goes, and he's catering, and I'm like, I'm going to be there twice. I don't know how I'm pulling it off yet.
And
but
what
I'm going
happened to your diet? No, I'm just kidding.
yeah,
There's a new
don't.
category, by the way, called trans vegan.
What
Yeah,
is?
because you can eat meat and then you can be vegan whenever you want to.
Oh God.
That's not a category. Whoever came, that's not a category. That's just called I'm not committing. So.
Well, I eat regular, so I don't know.
So the egg, which is if it's fake, it's vegan. If it's this so this is a fake plastic egg, not. Make sure it's still in there. Good. See in.
Yep, it's there.
I pass it.
Oh, you want to?
Yeah, sure. Hand it down.
There you go.
I thought he was like gonna steal it before you got a
I
chance.
thought so too.
Nah, that's
No.
how it disappears.
No, it's still. That's the thing. Okay. So egg vanish, and Danny, you're actually going to do this. What I'm going to do is make the egg vanish. Then I'm going to make it reappear. Then I'm going to make it vanish one more time. You are going to make it reappear without my full assistance. I'll talk you through it. I'm not going to leave you to your own devices. As
appreciate
funny as that would be.
You get to be the
So here we go.
That's
Vanish.
not bad.
Egg vanish. Here we go. Reach into the bottom of the bag, pull the bottom of the bag inside out. My hands never went near my pocket, so that would have been. If I got it to my pocket, that's actually more impressive. All right, see, again, sleeves up. This is one of the reasons I do it in the vest.
The sleeves, yeah.
So, are you right or left-handed?
Right-handed.
You're right-handed. So what you're going to do is you're going to utilize your right hand for this. Both hands first go into the bag. 2 fingers in, thumbs on the outside. You pinch, you hold it closed. You take a quick peek. You make sure that there's no egg. Do you see an egg?
Yes. No.
I was going to say, if you...
Look at it though. No.
I was like, I had to take a look. I was like, wait. So what's going to happen is you're going to let go with your left hand. You're going to hold the bag out with your right. You're going to grab a real invisible fake egg. Yeah. You're going to toss that real invisible fake egg up. You're going to hold the bag out like this. I'm actually going to go around the microphone so I don't bump it in. And you're going to say the very magic word, boom. Very important. Boom. Make it look like it dropped into the bag, like shake the bag so it looks in. And what you're going to do is reach your empty hand into the bag. You're going to pull out the egg. Hold your applause.
Well, you said hold it.
I was like, yeah. So, again, I'll do this a little slower. So the egg goes into the bag. And can you feel that the egg is there?
Yep.
Just wanted to make you know. So, egg. So, in all honesty, I'm not going to do it to you. Go ahead. Make sure. I'm not going to do it. That first of all, I'm not going to do it when you expect it. That would be, you know.
But you always do it when I expect it.
Okay.
Jack,
So
that works really well on 5 years old, 5 and 80-year-olds.
yes, it does.
And all in between.
And then they
I'm
need the
older
diaper
than
change.
all that.
So okay. So here we go. Vanish. One more time. Vanish. Reach into the bottom of the bag. Once again, pull the bottom of the bag inside. Rip the bag out of my hand. No egg.
No egg.
No egg. Okay, so Danny, here's what I want you to do. Take 2 fingers into the bag. 2 fingers into the bag. Where mine are, thumbs on the outside. Pinch. Good. Those are my fingers. Hold it to you. Good. Now look. Take a quick peek. Do you see an egg?
No.
Okay. Let go with the left hand only. Good choice. Hold the bag out with your right hand. Hold the bag. Extend it. Yay. With your empty left hand, grab a real invisible fake egg. Toss it gently into the air. Hold the bag out like you're going to catch. BAM!
She's
gotta say
getting really into it.
She's.
And we're back. Now, with your empty left hand, reach into the bag and pull out the egg.
Ta-da!
We got a lot of people watching this, guys. And just give a shout out to Paula Biger, Stephen Bryant from QVC, and so many other people.
All right,
saying,
we'll wave.
of course,
We'll wave to the studio audience at home. Well, actually, no, that'd be an in-studio audience. That's the audience at home watching.
We're almost out of time, guys. 6:30 each. We're going to talk a little bit about DJ Danny.
Absolutely.
DJ Danny, who's your guest tonight? You wanna tell
Danielle
people?
Bazzuti. Oh my God, I'm so excited. I grew up watching True Jackson VP on Nickelodeon. She plays Amanda Cantwell. She's video calling very soon on Skype, and I'm truly excited to have her. She's also one of the other roles that she's portraying is everybody that plays PlayStation. She is in God of War. She plays the voice of Freya.
Oh, that is awesome.
I just geeked out. Oh, I love game. I play video games all the time. You're like, in God of War. I was like, which one is she?
She's Freya. She's the voice of Freya. So we're going to promote that, talk about that tonight. And again, I'm truly excited to have her. I do have some upcoming people coming on DJ Danny's show for next year. I have Cody Lindley. He played Jake Ryan on Hannah Montana, my favorite, the love interest, as you remember.
Oh, yeah.
So many people. Rob Torti, he played the father on Sweet Life, Zach and Cody. He played the Pharaoh in Joseph and the Technicolor Dreamcoat with Donny Osmond.
Nice.
And many more. I'm just awaiting tons of emails. Jason Dolly, he was in Good Luck Charlie, he was in Hatching Pete, he was in a whole bunch of TV shows. I like Disney Channel, as you can
I
tell.
got to meet Squidward on your show.
Yes.
I got
Roger
to
Bumpus just got married.
I got
He
to
just
meet
got
Squidward.
married.
Yes, I got to talk to Squidward. It was amazing.
What? Where was I?
I said, you not there.
I don't know if I
very
knew
cool.
you yet, sadly,
Probably not,
but
yeah.
it's okay. Now
But
I know
no, it
you.
was no. You get some really awesome guests. It was very cool to meet some of the people. Carlo had gotten some like horror icons, and the actor who portrayed Jason. There was an actor who portrays the the Repo.
Whenever you get to it, take your time.
Yeah, eventually. Repo, the genetic opera. It was he played Luigi Largo. He had a couple actors, like people I recognized. I was like, I know these people. So no, it was very cool. Danny though you get some really awesome guests.
Thank you. I'm really excited, and I'm just excited to share the opportunity with everyone. I also do a new cat segment, which is Puppy Kitty New York City in New York. I do cat segment of the week. I help a kitty every week. We talk about it and try to help with donations.
Too.
2 of them got adopted.
Isn't that awesome?
I have no idea if I helped them, but I'm just thankful for getting the word out there. So 2 of them have gotten adopted, and I've been doing it for 2-3 months now. So
That's awesome. That's actually not bad at all. In 2-3 months and 2 got adopted. That's a pretty decent track record.
And they're really cute animals. One of them had a little bow tie. His name was Alfred. It had like a kitty cat bow tie. It was so cute. It had like pumpkins on it.
So, guys, we're at the end of our time. So, once again, how can people find you, Mike?
You can always give me a call. My cell phone number is 609-558-4619. I do not have a website. Do not type in Magic Mike.
No, you
That's
mean
a
do
different
type
website
in Magic
entirely.
Mike. Okay, that was awesome at Vegas. I just
That's
gotta
funny.
say.
That's funny.
I mean, come on. You know I would go see that.
Yeah, maybe I could. Maybe I could open that story. Oh, that's for another time. That's for another time.
I guess that's more appropriate on my show.
Nice.
And Jack?
And it's Jack Marwin. You can call me at 609-661-2675. I was just waiting to see if it was going to ring again. You can email me. It's jackmarwin@gmail.com. Jack Marwin is spelled JackMorrowin @gmail.com. Or Facebook, Jack Marwin. If you see a guy wearing this hat,
Run the other way.
yeah, nice. But no, then you know you're at the right Facebook page.
We love you.
I love being here. It's a lot of fun. I always have a lot of fun when I get to be here. So, but yeah, it's either myself or Mike. You'll get an awesome show. Either way.
And call them and tell them, say, do a show for you guys. Do a show. Do a show here. Do a show. Radio
Secretly
show
call them and tell them they need
Yeah.
to do a show on Hamilton Radio
I-
because we
I've
keep
been
trying to put it in their
asking them
ear,
to
but
ask 'em and
eventually.
ask 'em. But
Maybe it'll
comes from
go.
you guys. But thanks, everybody. Thanks for watching. I'm Doc G, DJ Danny, our guests. Thank you, Jerry Petito.
Hope
Have
you
a
feel
great
better.
night.
Jerry, we love you.
DJ Danny show on next. So
You rock,
stay
Jerry!
tuned.
7
Help
o'clock.
Radio.
I'll be live with
Woo!
Danielle Bazzuti. Woo!
Bye, everybody.
Oh, I'm so excited. I got to send you the information.
That was.